Welcome to the Let's Slow Down Summer Series. I'm your host, Anne-Marie, and I'm here to help you surrender to summer, the short podcast episodes that focus on adding simplicity and ease to your life. In embracing a slower vibe this season, the podcast will air bi-weekly every other Tuesday, with our regular weekly cadence returning in the fall. I'm excited to share that I'm writing a book. I'd like to encourage you to go to letsslowdown.net to sign up for updates on the release of Let's Slow Down, the book. Now let's get into today's Summer Short. Hello and welcome to this Summer Short episode of the Let's Slow Down podcast. As you know, I'm taking it slower this summer as well, and I'm only producing podcast episodes bi-weekly until the fall. And I have to say, guys, last Tuesday felt really weird. It was the first time in a year and a half that I didn't put out an episode, and I missed it. I hope you missed it too. This just tells me that I love what I do and I love connecting with you here every single week. But it also reminded me how important it was for me to take a break this summer. So now here we are, it's July. School's over, we're officially in summer mode, and that means, if you're lucky, you're finally taking that vacation that you've been looking forward to all year. It's crazy that we're at this point already. So today, I want to talk about how to pack lightly for your next trip. This is an important one. Many people really overdo it in the packing department, adding tons of stress, wasting time and energy and money on things you won't even need or use on your trip. So let's talk about ways to mitigate the packing situation. You don't want to let this overwhelm you or take a lot of your precious time off. I want to share a few ways to keep things minimal but intentional so that when you pack, you have everything you need and can enjoy your vacation stress-free and clutter-free. This will make traveling easier with less stuff and unpacking afterward a breeze. So my first recommendation is to build a travel capsule wardrobe. This is very much along the same lines of what I've been doing in my own life while taking the Project 333 Wardrobe Challenge. If you missed episode 77, go back and take a listen. I think it aired at the beginning of June, and that's where I talk all about Courtney Carver's Project 333 Wardrobe Challenge and how I am currently doing that for the summer. So the whole premise is that you dress with less. You're probably already doing it, you just don't realize. Because remember, we wear only 20% of our clothes 80% of the time. So why not just leave that excess 80% home and save yourself the hassle? Dressing this way on vacation is a great way to experiment with the capsule wardrobe. And I'll bet that you won't even miss the other clothes that you have in your closet that are basically just taking up space. And you'll want to continue once you return home. It's been such a game changer in my life. So first, you want to whittle your clothes down to items that you can mix and match and that fit you well. Neutral colors are easiest to work with here so that they can kind of go with everything. As a general rule, you want to multiply the number of tops by the number of bottoms that you plan to bring, and that's the amount of outfits that you'll have. Lay everything out on the bed first so that you can see everything you plan to pack and take with you. Make sure that you will wear all of it and only pack what you need. So if you only plan to use something once, consider leaving it at home. Especially if you're traveling by plane, you do not want to pack excess. This will add weight to your suitcase and leave less room in case you want to bring back any souvenirs or that you buy anything on your trip. Plus, airlines are charging ridiculous fees these days for checked bags, and they're sticklers about the weight. The last time my daughter and I flew, we were literally at the baggage check and we were taking things out, shoving them in our carry-ons because we were overweight and they were going to charge us like $80 or something. It was crazy. So keep this in mind as you're packing. If you go minimal enough, maybe you can even get away with just bringing a carry-on bag and you won't have to check anything. So taking an intentional approach to paring down what you bring will not only save you money, but it will also avoid decision fatigue while you're away. According to the research, adults make about 35,000 decisions each day. And a bunch of them actually pertain to what we wear and how we feel when we're wearing it. So this will simplify this area and you'll feel good knowing that you only packed clothes you love and that fit you well so that you can be confident and prepared on your trip. It really does help, guys. I'm telling you, it might sound insignificant, but it will lighten your load and just make everything feel a little bit less stressful on your trip. So I've heard of the 5-4-3-2-1 guidelines to pack minimally, and I'll share them with you in case you want to go this route. It's where you pack 5 tops, 4 bottoms, 3 accessories, 2 pairs of shoes, usually like 1 casual and 1 nice, and 1 bathing suit. Now, if you're going on a beach vacation like I am, I definitely need to take more than 1 bathing suit. I'm going to take a few because I'll pretty much be wearing them every day. So it depends on the type of trip you'll be taking, and also if you'll have access to a washer and dryer. In my case, I can easily do a wash if I need to, so that gives me peace of mind and I can pack really light. Even if you don't have a washer on vacation, they make those clothes detergent sheets now that you can pack in your suitcase, or you can even use regular soap. You can do a quick wash in the sink or the tub and hang your clothes dry. We don't have to make everything complicated. We don't always need a washing machine available. This is easy enough to do, and it can really lessen how much you need to pack. And as far as the actual packing of the suitcase goes, you may want to try using packing cubes or even large Ziploc bags to keep things organized. And I always pack a trash bag or two where I can put my dirty clothes, and I use an old pill bottle to keep my jewelry together. I've also done a little research on rolling the clothes versus folding them for maximum room in your suitcase. And it seems like a combination of the two makes the best use of your space. So generally speaking, it's suggested that rolled clothes fit better and get less wrinkled, but you might want to consider folding things like pants and bulkier items like sweatshirts. And if you're flying, I usually try to wear all the bulky stuff on the plane. Dress in layers. It's helpful anyway because I feel like the temperatures fluctuate a lot. You can also utilize like wipes to wash your face or shampoo bars to eliminate some more of the liquids and maybe be able to just take a carry-on bag. I also always use a backpack as my personal item. And if you want to bring a purse, you can always keep it in there. I just find I can fit more and it's easier to travel with a backpack. And I always put an empty water bottle in there that I can refill once I go through security. Also, if you're bringing any electronics, don't forget the chargers and obviously any medication that you'll need while you're away. Whether or not you're flying, another easy way to travel is to take advantage of renting what you need once you arrive. My family's taking a beach vacation and the sheets and towels are provided in the rental home. And it's similar. I used to be a little skeeved out by this, but it's actually the way they do it these days is it's just like a hotel. It's all like white bleached towels and sheets and they're shrink wrapped and they're all ready to go when you get there. So it's no different than a hotel. And it saves on a ton of packing space, which is great because our car is always really tight with 3 kids and 2 giant dogs. So I am forced to pack lightly just so that we can be sure we take everyone with us. We usually bring a few beach chairs if we can fit them, but if not, there's always the option to rent them too, and bikes and surfboards and other bulky stuff that are just too hard to take with us. And one little hack that I've discovered if you're packing your car, the last few years, I have utilized Rubbermaid bins that have lids. They're great. You can fit a lot in them. Nothing gets crushed. And they're easily stackable in the trunk. In our minivan, we can fit like 4 of them back there. So it's great. You can pack your car like a Tetris game. Basically, traveling is a great time to test out a minimal mindset and a minimalist lifestyle. If you've been craving less, try taking and living with less while you're away and see how you feel. See how it goes. I'll bet you won't even miss most of the extras. Pay attention. What do you miss? What don't you miss? And how can you take those lessons with you as you move forward? Maybe try living with less when you're not on vacation. Maybe make this part of your daily routine. I hope that you can focus on the experience that you're having, the people you're with, and don't let packing or stuff add stress to your time away. Wherever you go this summer, I wish you a safe, exciting trip, and I hope that you make lots of memories and get to rest and rejuvenate yourself while you're away. As I'm trying to do the same this summer, I'll see you back here in 2 weeks, where we will talk about ways to slow down and make your summer easier, so you can continue to have a break whether you're on vacation or not. I'll see you then. Thank you for joining me for this episode of our summer short series. I hope you can slow down this season to enjoy a summer that rejuvenates you and fills your heart with meaningful moments and memories. If If you crave more inspiration, feel free to go back and listen to some of the year's longer podcast episodes. And don't forget to leave a review and share with someone who needs it. As always, thank you for your support.